Alright, so I was thinking of what is the best way to start off this video, and I think it's only fitting we start off with this.
Welcome to use Zealot products.
That alone practically encapsulates what this device is about. It's not the best. It has its flaws, of which there are many, but I think what it is, it's very nostalgic of mid 2010 products, and genuinely speaking, it looks or it has the aesthetics of a very, very premium product, all the way from its rugged feeling to the little minute details that are added into it. Not just about the changing color scheme. I'm talking about, if you look very closely, there are very intrinsic details that are added in each and every part of it. But the only part I truly believe this falters in is its audio, honestly. But I'll expand on that more later. But let's start from the very beginning. Unboxing this product, it has the basic necessities: USB Type-C. So I spoke about this in a previous video of mine. Most devices, no matter how backwards their technology may seem, they all come with a USB Type-C input, because we're trying to shift from different standards to one USB Type-C standard. But this device, it comes with a USB Type-C input, a mic in and an aux out, a USB Type A, and a micro SD card. For what it is, I really do think this has the makings of a very, very, very premium product. It just falls short on the actual delivering of good quality audio, which, granted, I can't say for certain if it's the one I have specifically or the broad general, but I'm leaning towards it being how it generally is. But from the feeling of it, genuinely speaking, this is not so good on the audio aspects of things. But granted, I am comparing it to higher tier speakers like the ones I have there, which are studio monitors. But in terms of general audio, you can't really expect much for the price, but it is still good. And who do I think the speaker is for exactly? I truly believe this is for the everyday regular user. It's a lot better than your general earphones. I wouldn't put it on an IEM level in terms of audio clarity. In case you're wondering where I put this on, I maybe just put it on an average consumer level device, perhaps a little below your IEMs, but above your earphones. Not quite on the headphone territory yet, because you can find a lot cheaper headphones that are better than this. But what it does provide, it does well. So here are some pros. The audio, for what it is very loud. Loud enough to sustain a small get-together. Not quite loud enough to carry a party, but look at it, it is just a small speaker after all. You can't expect too much from it. It's loud enough to sustain a small get-together. It's loud enough to use for background music. The audio quality from it, though it's not the best, it is good enough to jam to. It's good enough to vibe to. And the audio quality, for what it is, it's good enough for your day-to-day listening of YouTube videos, reading, listening to music, so long as you're not trying to do any mixing or mastering. Though it can be used for a reference, from a sonic point of view, this sounds like it has the entire high-end cutoff. It has a solid mid-range, but the low end is a little boomy, so do take that in mind. It doesn't have a thick low end. It sounds more like the low end was placed in a box. I will try and play a sample here.
Welcome to use Zealot products.
get you to know exactly what I mean. Personally, I think the speaker could be used more for rap or jazz as opposed to more of your high-end stuff like your classical. By high-end, I mean in terms of your higher range frequencies, because your jazz, your rap, etc., they're generally mid-range based music and they sound reasonably good on these. But in terms of your higher end, lower voices, thinner, fainter voices, classicals, I do not think these will work very well for this, as well as your EDM heavy bass. These are not the speaker for you. But if you truly need speakers that you can use to watch movies to pass the time, these are very good because most movies tend to EQ out the extreme high end anyways, and they focus mainly on the mid range. Unless you're watching like a dark and moody vibe trailer, then you have your low end, so you're not really going to worry about that. And even at that, you're rarely going to see a movie that sustains low end throughout the entire movie. So this is perfect for watching movies, perhaps as a group. However, I wouldn't put it on a stage of a mini cinema or anything like that. So do keep your expectations in check. The one accessory I'm glad this had is this, the strap that came with it. It really does sell the device as more of a bring it to the party kind of vibe, bring it to the function, bring it to the picnic, that kind of vibe. You can carry it along anywhere. It doesn't really take up much. It's literally this. You put it in your bag and you're off. It's not pocket size. It's really not. But they are not trying to sell it as that. It's not the biggest. Granted, it is quite big. My hand is big once again. I guess this has become a standard of measurements. Just compare it. It's not the biggest, generally speaking. And it's very light, so you can just throw it in a backpack and be off to any function and you'll be good to go like this. However, here are some of the cons, like I've been mentioning throughout the video. The audio, though it's not the worst, it's equally not the best. The build, though it is very aesthetically pleasing, it is very rugged, but if you do tap it, it does feel a little bit hollow. Not hollow in the sense that it is bad or anything, but it really, really, truly does feel like if I drop it, it will bounce. Take that how you will in terms of the quality of it. But that's pretty much the two negatives of it. There's really not much to say in terms of negatives. You can't really expect much for the price, but it does do what you need it for, so that is a good thing. Now the last and final negative, the biggest one if you ask me, is the intro when you turn it on. If anybody can tell me how I can take that off, please comment below, because that's really the only negative that I can see that stands out. Every other thing is very subtle. You don't really know it till you turn it on, and even at that you can bear with it. But that one alone is very, very, very just loud, and I don't know why. So if you can turn it off, do message me or just comment how to turn it off below for everybody else. But that aside, in terms of quality, this is very good. I will actually very much recommend these to anyone. Then, if you have this, the next step would just be to invest in something a lot better, as opposed to just having this and expecting it to last you maybe a year or two. I would get these maybe 5-6 months, save up for something better, as opposed to buying the cheapest, best branded quality. These will suffice till you can afford mid-tier to pro consumer tier quality. But in terms of your average consumer, these are very good. And I think where this excels the most is if you're watching something action packed, perhaps you just want to watch anime or something, then this has solid enough mid-range for it to just carry and make you feel like you're actually watching it well. But I wouldn't really say you can watch it like a Snyder movie or anything, so keep that in mind. But yeah, that's the video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button down below. If you've got any comments, drop it down below. But if you're not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below and have a good day. Take care.